This video presentation has been classified by the ABC as M. It contains material that is not recommended for persons under 15 years.
As well as watching this vodcast, you can watch Good Game on ABC2 every Monday night and ABC1 late on Friday nights after Triple J TV with the Doctor.
It's that time of year again, good gamers.
But now, let's take a break looking for eggs of a chocolatey kind and take a look at some super secret gaming Easter secrets.
It all started in 1979 with a game called Adventure for the Atari 2600. It was a primitive kind of dungeon-crawling game with a confusing labyrinth of corridors filled with countless strange and misshapen creatures wanting to do you in. But of course, it also had a hidden secret. If you made your way to a specific room in the ominously named Black Castle, picked up a hidden object, took it to another room and used it on a particular wall, this would happen. You'd get a secret message from the game's creator, Warren Robinett. You see, back in the old days, game designers weren't given due credit, and in fact, Atari had a strict policy against acknowledging their employees for their work. So, as a last resort, many Atari employees would hide their name or initials somewhere in the game as a secret. These hidden secrets became known as Easter eggs, and they quickly started appearing in other Atari games. Like this famous Easter egg found in 1981 shoot-'em-up classic Yarn's Revenge, the initials of its creator and programmer Howard Scott Warshaw. So that's how all this eggy business began, and over the years, Easter eggs have evolved to include ever weirder surprises. One example that had more than its fair share of Easter eggs is The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. The best known of these is the classic chicken revenge attack, where if you victimized a defenseless chicken for long enough, the bird would let out an almighty caw, summoning a squadron of furious killer chickens to teach you a lesson in animal cruelty. The Easter egg proves so popular that it's been included in practically every Zelda game since. But A Link to the Past also had a far more interesting secret that you probably haven't heard about. In 1990, Nintendo ran a competition to find one kid they could bestow video game immortality upon, and that kid was named Chris Houlihan. Nintendo gave Chris his own room in the game, and while it was almost impossible to access, requiring incredibly precise timing to find, it was definitely worth it. Not only did the secret room give you a fortune in rupees, but it also showed you a message from Chris himself. No one really knows who the kid was or what he's doing now, but wherever he is, he's officially a part of Zelda history, and we're jealous. The hellish dimension of id Software's Doom 2 may seem like an unlikely place to find some Easter festivity, but this game has another of the gaming industry's most notable eggy-weggies. The first clue that something Easterish was afoot was this. What was that? Sounds like gibberish to you? Well, you're wrong, and we're about to show you just how wrong you are. Let's hear that again, but this time using the technological marvel that is audio manipulation.
To win the game, you must kill me, John.
What did this ghostly message mean? Was the game's co-creator, John Romero, approving the use of physical violence on him just to beat the video game he made? Not quite, but almost. By using a cheat that allowed you to go through solid walls, you could walk right through the last boss's face and into a tiny chamber where you would find the zombie head of John Romero on a stick. Presented with a sight like that, what else was there to do? A few left mouse clicks later and Zombie Romero was sent back to the hell from whence he came, and we just witnessed one of the best gaming Easter eggs ever. When you're talking about something as massive as a massively multiplayer online game, you know that someone must have sneaked some crazy stuff in there somewhere. And when it comes to the biggest MMO of them all, World of Warcraft has this. Step 1, find a chicken. The birds milling around Saldine's farm in Westfall will do fine. Next, you need to do the chicken dance in front of the foul beast almost 100 times, which will not only test your patience, but also your keyboard. Eventually, the animal will acknowledge your presence with a quizzical look and issue you with a special quest. Complete the quest and the chicken will join you as your travelling companion for life, or at least until you abandon your WoW account. If a hidden chicken quest isn't a literal enough Easter egg for you, then there is always this hidden secret in Rockstar Games' Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Although it was well hidden behind a fake wall on the side of a skyscraper, once you'd found this surprise, there was no mistaking it, because it was actually an Easter egg. The chocolate orb simply sat on a pedestal in a tiny room, and its only real purpose was to poke fun at you for being obsessive enough to find it. And on that note, I think we've found enough Easter eggs for this year. But since stashing secret stuff in games never goes out of fashion, there'll always be a never-ending supply of super sweet secrets waiting to be found. Just don't find too many, kids. They're bad for your teeth, you know.